Webroot recently published its 2017 threat report, which is available for free download. After perusing this report, here are a few of the data points and trends that stood out. It's interesting to point out that Webroot actually saw a minor year-over-year decrease in the volume of malware and potentially unwanted applications, or PUAs, for the first time ever. Unfortunately, this doesn't mean that cyber criminals, hacktivists, or state-sponsored threat actors are abandoning underground efforts. Rather, it indicates changes in hacker tactics, techniques, and procedures, or TTPs. For example, hackers have more or less abandoned one-off malware variants in favor of automated polymorphic file creation that changes slightly for each victim as a way of avoiding static detection. And it's worth noting that even though Webroot saw an overall decrease in malware volume, approximately 1 in every 40 new executable files observed were still malware. And these files are often highly customized for targeted attacks of a single organization. While overall malware and PUA volume is down, the Webroot threat report highlighted several growing threats, such as the rise of ransomware. Research conducted by ESG and the Information Systems Security Association, or ISSA, indicates that 27% of organizations experienced at least one ransomware incident in the last year. And the FBI estimates that cybercriminals collected more than $1 billion in ransom payments in 2016. The Webroot threat report tracks the progress of ransomware in 2016, starting with the rise of Locky in February. According to the report, Locky infected over 400,000 victims and has been estimated to have earned over $1 million per day since it first appeared, as it continued to evolve through 2016. Ransomware delivery also morphed throughout the year as cybercriminals adopted different exploit kits, including Angler, Neutrino, Sundown, and RIG. This demonstrates a common cat-and-mouse pattern with cybersecurity. As cyber defenses increase their efficacy at preventing and detecting disparate cyber attacks, threat actors change their tactics to circumvent controls. The report also mentioned the rise of ransomware as a service, which gained momentum in 2016. Now, this division of labor opens ransomware attacks to anyone with the motivation and resources. This, combined with rapidly changing exploit kits and ransomware variants, points to another damaging year in 2017. Phishing attacks are nothing new, but the report detailed some alarming changes taking place. Phishing attack life cycles have become much shorter, making them harder to detect and block. In the past, cybercriminals set up fake websites with the hope of luring thousands of unsuspecting rubes to the site over days, weeks, or even months. The Webroot threat report indicates that this is no longer a preferred methodology. In 2016, the longest-lived sites studied by Webroot had a life cycle of less than 2 days, while the shortest-lived sites lasted only 15 minutes. On average, phishing sites were online for less than 15 hours. It appears like cybercriminals have changed their hosting strategies as well. In the past, phishing sites were often one-off fake domains crafted with subtle changes in order to con users. With improvements in anti-phishing technology, cybercriminals have changed their tactics, using existing benign domain names in phishing attacks. According to Webroot, nearly 100% of phishing URLs point to malicious pages within benign web domains today. Google remains the most frequently impersonated website in phishing attacks, followed by Yahoo and Apple. And overall, technology companies remain the top phishing category. For every phishing URL impersonating a financial services firm, Webroot found over 7 new phishing URLs posing as technology sites. One final alarming trend is growth in malicious mobile application. Using the needle in a haystack analogy, the haystack and the number of needles continues to grow at a rapid pace. Webroot found over 4 times as many new and updated mobile apps than were observed and analyzed in all of 2015. Within this growing pool, nearly 50% of new and updated mobile apps analyzed in 2016 were classified as malicious or suspicious. In total, nearly 10 million malicious and suspicious mobile apps became available in 2016, as compared to over 2 million in 2015. Of all malicious and suspicious mobile apps, Trojans make up about 60%. Clearly, cyber criminals are trying to compromise mobile devices in pursuit of credentials theft or as part of some type of more grandiose crime. Here are my top recommendations for cybersecurity professionals. Number 1, threats are evolving quickly. Make sure you understand the TTPs and cyber adversaries that are currently targeting or planning to target organizations like yours. Number 2, ransomware will persist as long as there is money to be made. And we've seen a progression from attacks on individuals to attacks on small organizations like local police forces, to attacks on hospital organizations that ended up paying tens of thousands of dollars. Once again, it's important to understand the changing ransomware threat. Implement strong security controls that can block or detect ransomware attacks, and think in terms of IT resiliency overall. Number 3, since phishing attacks are often used at the start of a cyber attack kill chain, it's worthwhile to reinforce controls, conduct ethical phishing exercises, and provide continuous employee training. And number 4, we're seeing the bad guys move to where the action is. In this case, malicious mobile applications. Make sure that users are aware of this trend and recommend effective mobile device security controls to employees at the very least.